Hey everyone, it's Ivan from VintageCameraLab.com, and today we're going to look at the Minolta Hi-Matic. So the Minolta Hi-Matic was a rangefinder introduced in 1962 by Minolta, and its claim to fame is actually not as the Minolta Hi-Matic, but as the Ansco Auto Set, which was what it was branded when it was sold in the U.S. Now, NASA astronaut John Glenn actually bought an Ansco Auto Set and took it aboard the Mercury-Atlas 6 mission. And while there were many cameras on board, the Friendship 7 spacecraft, including probably Hasselblads and other high-end models like that, he actually shot 5 rolls of film with the Ansco Auto Set. And he shot many historic images of Earth from space. So let's jump in and find out more about this historic camera. So perhaps the most striking thing on the camera itself is this very large selenium light meter. As you guys might know, selenium light meters don't require any batteries for operation. They're actually powered directly by light itself, which is pretty sweet. So this is actually an auto exposure camera, and it's controlled by the selenium meter, which is why if you look around, there's no shutter speed settings. You're kind of just stuck on the automatic setting, which is why this thing is called the Hi-Matic. Now the Minolta's Hi-Matic line went from the early 60s until the early 80s with quite a number of models, and this is the original Hi-Matic that you see here. Starting at the lens, which is a 45mm f2.8 lens, you'll see that there is a auto winder lever here, or sorry, not auto winder, timer, self-timer lever here, and there is a aperture selector between 2.8 and f16, and then down here you'll see this is where you would focus it with this ring down here. You can see a little red dot moving. And one of the weird things about this camera is that the shutter is actually down here, while there's another socket up here threaded for a cable shutter release. So usually you would find this threaded socket on the shutter button itself, but for whatever reason Minolta decided to separate the two, which is pretty odd. Here's the film advance and shutter cocking lever with a frame counter here just to the right of it. There's an accessories shoe. You can mount flash units or whatever you'd like. And if you wanted to mount a flash unit, you would need to run a cable down here to the flash sync socket. Now this this electronically controlled exposure system is capable of shutter speeds from 1/45th of a second to 1/500th of a second, which is pretty fast for those days. Here on the back by the viewfinder, there is a film speed indicator, and after you load film in here, you would set this dial so that you would always know what kind of film speed you were working with. And in order to load the film, you would first open the door, the film door, which you would do by this little metal tab right here. And the film door springs open, and as you can see, it's pretty standard inside, And of course, here is the film rewind lever. So when you're done shooting, you would depress this tiny little button here, which would allow you to wind the film up back into the canister. And here is also a tripod socket. And oh, I forgot to mention that the shutter in this camera is actually manufactured by Citizen, the Japanese company, which is probably better known for its wristwatches. It's kind of odd they used to manufacture camera shutters too. I have quite a few cameras that have Citizen shutters. And yeah, so this was the Minolta Hi-Matic. from 1962. Thanks for watching. If you guys want to learn more about this camera, there's a link down in the video description. You can find more information and photos. All right, thanks.